We're long lost pals, a show of segments. Welcome to the show. We talk about everything. We're long lost pals.
Is this how the new intro works? You
Hey,
just sing it?
I mean, one would hope. One would hope. But welcome to Long Lost Pals, officially episode 2 if you're checking YouTube. This is our second official episode. We got some in the archives, but kind of embarrassing, so we'll leave that one under wraps. I am temporary Floridian, father of two. Joey, this is my co-host.
What's up, guys? I'm Karrin, just another light-skinned lesbian out here trying to get famous so I can date Kaylani. Because it's my fucking turn. It's my turn.
Hey, I believe in you. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. But we're a show of segments. So the first one we're going to get into is our bottom five segment. A lot of people like to list their top five things. Top five musicians, top five albums. We do the exact opposite. We list our bottom five, so our least favorite of a given topic. And this week we are doing fast food items. Corinne, I will give you the floor first. What is your bottom five?
First of all, I'm going to start with Wendy's chili. I used to work there. Just don't order it, okay? So boom. Number 2 or number 4, I don't know which way we're going, up or down, whatever.
Four, I believe.
Yeah, okay, bet. Coleslaw. I love coleslaw. I'm a coleslaw advocate. But when you order it from fast food restaurants, 9 times out of 10, it's any restaurant. Not if it's like a Chili's or don't order the fucking coleslaw. KFC got the best out there on the market. Okay, so boom. Number 3, McDonald's chicken nuggets. I got food poisoning from them one time like 8 years ago. And since then, I'm like 100%. I'm 100% convinced that they literally just take baby chickens and put them in the blender and fry them, because that is exactly what they fucking do. That's what they taste like. I don't know. All right, number 2, what do I got? Mini tacos from Jack in the Box. I love Jack in the Box. I'll go to war for half of the things on that menu. Somebody let me try one of their little mini tacos, because they sell like what, 4 for $1 or 4 for like $2. So I understand when times are hard and you need those mini tacos. I get it. But I tried one and I was like, guys, this is not where you need to be getting cheap tacos from when Taco Bell is up the street. So that's number 4. Number 1 is pancakes. Excuse me, hot cakes. They're hot ass. They're hot cheeks. McDonald's, Burger King, hot cakes. Hot is fuck no. That's my fucking bottom 5. What you got?
Well, first of all, I got to have a few comments on this. You don't need to be a coleslaw advocate. Just take all the coleslaw, dump that shit in the trash, stick your foot in it, and make sure it's all the way down there.
Bro, we're from fucking Texas. How could you not like coleslaw?
Well, first of all, before we get to this bottom five, for me, it's important that I clarify that I do not eat meat. So I haven't eaten meat in like 7 years. So like a lot of
Oh, brother. Now the talking vegan is going to preach to us.
first of all, I'm not vegan, pescatarian. So show some respect. I still crush a fillet o fish. But no, coleslaw is trash. I went to a couple weddings that were like barbecue themed like menus, and I had to eat like a pile of coleslaw and like potato salad. But no, garbage. Um, Chicken nuggets, man. I used to love McDonald's chicken nuggets. Like me and
Same.
my buddies, like high school, we would like split a 50 piece. You go in, you get about 13 nuggets each, on a
You
Friday.
did too?
Get the weekend going right. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the food poisoning angle. I'm not upset with that. I haven't had McDonald's hotcakes in a while. Hot cheeks took me out, but
Hot
um,
ass.
uh,
All right? What's your list looking like?
all right, let me start. And I want to clarify that, like, I feel like my favorite fast food restaurants now for sure is Taco Bell because there's more options for somebody who doesn't eat meat. And then McDonald's, I'm a ride or die for McDonald's. Like, there's not a lot I can eat there anymore, but McDonald's has always been there for me. So, like, those are like my two favorite, but unfortunately, they show up on this list multiple times. First one, number five, I have the McFlurry. Now, the reason the McFlurry is on this list is because the best what's the word I'm looking for? The best feature that you can have is availability. And the ability to be available is not something that the McFlurry has. The machine's always broken, or they give you some half-assed bullshit that's not an actual McFlurry. Recently, they just give you the ice cream, put a topping on the top. So you got this spoon, and you're digging. All the M&Ms are falling out the top. You have a better chance of finding your soulmate than getting a good McFlurry. Okay, that shit's like a needle in a haystack. So off that bullshit alone, McFlurry, you're on my list. Next is the plant-based burger options at like your local Carl's Jr. I don't know if they have Carl's Jr. They have Carl's Jr. in Seattle.
Not up here, not up here. And I miss it. I miss it dearly. I love Carl's.
So you gotta like half your child's college tuition it costs to get these goddamn plant-based burgers. By the time you got the value meal, you're looking at like 15, 16 bones. And one of the only redeeming qualities of fast food to me is the cheapness. Like that's why I was never a big Whataburger guy. I know it's delicious, but I'm like, yo, like,
Bread.
yeah,
It's bread.
exactly. Like you said, Jack in the Box earlier. I was a big Jack in the Box advocate. It's trash, but it was cheap. And like my thing is, if you're gonna be spending money, like I'd rather just buy that shit myself at that point, or actually go to a restaurant because I'm plant-based burgers insane on the wallet. And I haven't been with our new president, so I'm sure them shits are even more. Next, I am going to move on to the cold cut combo from Subway.
I haven't got
When you
that
go
one.
to Subway, the world is your oyster. There's plenty of
Mhm.
options for you.
Mhm.
So why in the fuck would you pick a sandwich that has bologna on it? If you order bologna from a restaurant, that's like ordering meatloaf at a restaurant. It's just something you don't do. Who's eating bologna in 2025? If you're doing that and you're eating cold cut combo, look at yourself in the mirror. Because baby, what is you doing? Next, I'm going to move on to the five-layer burrito from Taco Bell. So, oh, hold on, wait. It's
Well, no, 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 no. I gotta draw the line somewhere.
similar to your chicken nugget story. So,
Oh
freshman, freshman year of
no.
college, hanging out with my friends. We're back for the break, Christmas break. We're doing stuff that typical young men do on a Friday night. Maybe some Bible study, some arts and crafts. We get my buddy somehow had a whole bunch of money, ordered like 13 5-layer burritos. Let's just say the next day I was on the devil's weight loss plan. Your boy had food poisoning bad, and it was so sad because what an item it was, but I'll never go back. And lastly, I have the McDouble, strictly off betrayal. So let me tell you about a young man that used to spend three hard-earned dollars at McDonald's after a day of playing basketball and football. Would walk to McDonald's or ride his bike to McDonald's with money in his sock, handing these wet ass dollar bills over. And then one
Been
day
there.
they just took a slice of cheese away and just said, "Hey, it's no longer a double cheeseburger; it's a McDouble." The meat to cheese ratio was all off. Just the amount of disrespect, the amount of disloyalty is something I can't get behind. I never watched. What's the documentary about McDonald's?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I
Supersize
don't.
me.
I don't. No, not that one. Not that one. The
Oh, sorry.
one about the actual founder. It might be
Oh,
called the founder. Either way, I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to take any McDonald's slander. But I will say that was the ultimate disrespect. I won't stand for it. That is number one on my list.
okay. The only comment that I have is to just give the beefy 5-layer another chance. And I know you're not eating meat. Look, just get it with that without that hamburger meat because I am a faith. I keep the lights on at Taco Bell. Okay, try that motherfucker again.
I I will say it was delicious. It was good while it lasted. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. All right, but I'll never give you another chance. And I was eating some other weird shit that day. I was, after that Bible study, boys was eating some interesting things. But yeah, no more 5 layers for me. So that's our bottom five. We're going to go into our next segment now. Speaking of beef, which I will not be putting on a 5-layer burrito, we're putting our beef back on the grill. Now, this is a segment where we, instead of being forgiving people, we unforgive folks or we bring up old shit from the past that has pissed us off. People, places, things, whatever the case may be. I will go first. My throw the beef back on the grill contestant of this week or recipient of this week, like it's an award, is
Yeah.
Spencer of these Spencer's Gifts. So let me tell you what I liked as a young man. I like drinking ice cold beers. You know what's cooler than drinking ice cold light beers? Drinking ice cold light beers at a rapid rate. So what do? You use a beer bong. And what did Spencer's Gifts have on display? Bongzilla, baby.
Seen them.
Bongzilla, 6 spouts for people to
Oh,
enjoy ice cold beverages out of. So I'm like an impressionable young man, 21 of years of age. That looks awesome. So I bring it to a party in College Station. But you know what you don't think about when you bring something like this to a party? You think about how much of a hit it's going to be. And baby, it was a hit. It was lying around the corner trying to get on Bongzilla. But
Good
you
for
know
you.
what nobody thought about? Sanitizing that son of a bitch. So the great herpes scare of 2012 hit your boy like a wave. There was 2 weeks where I thought I had herpes and I had to wait for a response from the clinic at the University of Texas. Shout out to them for showing me my negative test. A whole bunch of shits in my mouth. They're like, it's a viral illness. I thought I had herpes. To this day, I don't drink after anyone ever. And if someone's like, can I have a sip? I'm like, sure. And you're gonna casually see me wiping that shit off before I put it back in my mouth. Only my wife and my kids, nobody else. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, this is your fault. No, it's not. They should advertise something like that. And just because of that, I've never been back to Spencer's Gifts. It's like when McDonald's, when the lady spilled hot coffee on herself and sued McDonald's, it's the same way. It's still Spencer's fault. Spencer, I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with you. R.I.P. Bongzilla. I threw that bitch in the dumpster right after that scenario.
I gotta say, sounds like user error.
There should be a warning. Warning. Could cause herpes is what it should say on there. Or
All
herpes
right.
scare.
I wanna preface this sizzle with just one question. Have you ever loaned a man money?
Like, am I dating a man or? Oh, okay. I mean, still no, but no, I have. Just kidding. Yes, I have loaned people money before.
I am reheating this shit because I loaned this guy $30. He was my best friend in college, bro. I loaned this guy $30. Yeah, bro. You know, I get paid next week. I got you.
Should have known it was bad at that point.
3 months later, the whole summer. And like I said, this is my fucking ace, bro. We be kicking it, bro. He like, yeah, bro, you know, I just got back from the outlets. You know, I got these new copies. I got these new shorts. I'm looking in the bag, like, is there some singles in here? Like, what? Did you get some
$30
cash
at the
back?
Fargos.
Did you get some cash back while you was balling out at the fucking outlets? Where the fuck is my money, bro? I'm not letting that shit go. Yes, he did pay me back. It only took him 3.5 months. I should have charged him interest.
Loses value over time. Money loses value.
But yeah, no, I'm heating that shit up. I'm not letting it go.
Well, God,
That's 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 what I reheated this week.
I mean, at least he paid you back. But that money does like it doesn't feel like $30 at that point. You get that $30 3 months later, it feels like five. I don't know what the logic behind. I don't know.
And then you know, you like I said, I'm seeing him go shopping and shit, and I'm like, if I ask, does that make me broke? Like, what the fuck? That shit don't make sense. Now I gotta ask for my money back, like I'm fucking broke, you motherfuckers.
The answer is yes, it does make you look broke, but the answer
Exactly.
is still I would have done it because I don't care. Um, well, thank you for that. We will now move on to our next segment, which is our boomer moment of the week, which is a chance for us to complain about something that pisses us off. And then, Corinne, it is your turn.
All right, bro. So you know, like sometimes people will post like screenshots of like conversations or whatever. Well, like sometimes like a screenshot of like, oh, look at my kid and her classmate are talking about. And I'm reading these screenshots from these, you know, 17-year-olds, and I'm like, what in the fuck does this say? They abbreviate everything. HV for have, SB somebody, HB home. Like there's not a word on here longer than 3 letters. What the fuck are y'all saying, bro? And I know part of it is just fucking kids being kids. Like we used to say love, LUV, illy, IOY, you know, I love you. Okay, cool. Y'all
BBL before it was BBL.
Well,
Back
part of
later.
it is that these fucking kids can't read and spell. So I'm like, okay, part of it is just y'all being kids, but also because I'm older, I know that y'all literally just can't fucking read. That's my complaint for this week. Y'all motherfuckers need to get literate because I'm tired of trying to read these conversations and be nosy, and I don't understand what the fuck y'all are saying.
Maybe,
Auntie does not know these abbreviations.
maybe the direction education's heading, it's not looking good. So it's only
Not
going to
gonna
get
get any
worse.
better from here.
You're going to be abbreviating 2 letter words. I don't know how you do that, but they're going to find a way.
All right,
Um,
what's your old ass about to complain about?
Mine evolved a little bit this week. So I had thought of one on Sunday, and I was like, you know, what really pisses me off when I'm at a restaurant or any kind of service industry spot and people have their AirPods in when they're working. Like, they're either like at the counter or they're working back there. I'm like, I don't know if it's part of the way is like jealousy. Like I'm like, I would never been able to do that shit. One, my headphones would be coming out of my pocket of my like on my iPod Touch. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe it's jealousy, but also I'm like, yo, where is the level of professionalism? Like it made me feel like such an old man. But then I'm evolving this even more to just the lack of customer service. Like I hate when people act like you aren't there and can't make simple conversations with you. I know it's probably not your favorite thing to do. I know you probably had a rough day, but you better act like you want to at least exchange a few sentences with me. Because I was in this gas station the other day, and these ladies working there were just continuing their whole conversation in front of me, act like I wasn't even there, complaining about their boss, complaining about the hours they're working. Complained about 44 hours. First of all, 44 hours, bitch, step your game up. That's not even a lot. Complain about all this stuff. Didn't even like say how you doing, anything like that. Like that shit runs me so hot. You are in the service profession. You are working in a customer facing role. Like what the hell are you doing? Common courtesy is really big for me. If you don't like to do that shit, work in a warehouse somewhere, work doing some other shit. But that is the boomer moment of the week for me.
I mean, we've all worked in the fucking service. We've all worked in customer facing industries. I fucking get it. But goddamn, the least you can do is acknowledge somebody who just walked up to the fucking like, come on, hey, we'll be with you in a second. So anyway, back to how our boss ain't shit. Like, come
Yeah,
on, man.
all you got to do is exchange two common sense with me. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, I'm doing okay. Oh, are you busy today? No, it's been pretty slow. Oh, knock on wood. Hope it doesn't speed up, and then it's over with. Like
And
rip
then
the
I'm out
band-aid
of
off
there.
what's
And then
doing.
boom, pay with card.
With the like with the old man iPod with the AirPod. Like, damn, turn the Juice World off for 30 seconds or whatever you young people are listening to, and
Not
interact with
the
me,
juice
please.
world.
Pandemic messed these kids up, man. The social skills are
They're at
flabbergasting.
zero. They're at fucking zero, bro.
All right, we'll now move into our final. Well, I guess I got to determine if this is a segment or not. I don't know if recommendation at the end is technically a segment. We got to work out the logistics of that, but we'll get into our quick news segment, which was not quick news last week. In fact, it was the exact opposite of quick news. But this
Long.
week we are trying to make it quicker. We cover four current events, anything from sports to politics. And I believe I have the first question for
Mhm,
you, Corinne.
mhm.
My first question is, your boy Elon struggling. When asked about running businesses recently and how difficult it was for him, he said he's running his businesses with great difficulty. One of those dorks on Fox News said they felt bad for him. Trump said he felt bad for him, that he, in fact, was going to buy a Tesla, which will surely save the whole company. Do you feel bad for Elon Musk?
Bro, fuck that guy. Tesla stock dropped like 16 points on Monday. Love to see it. It's dropping it like it's hot right now. I love to see him fail. They're hawking these fucking Teslas. I'm sick of seeing them. They kind of give me road rage just at the sight of them at this point. I'm glad he's failing. And that's all I have to say. And if you have no further remarks, we can move on to our next topic, which is the NFL free agency.
I did have
There's
one.
a lot happened this week.
There is? I do know. But there's not a lot for my team. Not a lot good happening for my team. So as you can see, San Francisco 49ers fan here. We ain't been doing shit but like shipping away the heart and soul of our team. Javarius Ward, gone. Kyle Juszczyk, gone.
I can see that.
Ufanga, I don't care as much. Dre Greenlaw, I'm gonna miss his crazy ass. So the only thing that's keeping me a little sane right now is the fact that I was raised a Niners fan, but I also grew up in Houston, so I follow the Texans as well. So I like to see them do well, and they've made a couple moves. I like C.J. Gardner Johnson, but
All that.
Niners are like going into a rebuild without even telling me, and I don't know how I feel about it. And I don't want to know how you feel because you still don't got a quarterback. You over here signing receivers to $150 million, and y'all waiting on two worst ass quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. Take your pick of the litter. Doesn't look good either way. Um,
I don't even want to comment on it. I'm losing sleep over it. So yeah, we can just boom right back at you. Let's move on from
so I'm gonna make sure I read this. I'm not a scientist. Well, I'm an exercise scientist according
by
to
any means.
according to my college degree. I'm an exercise scientist. So coming up tomorrow night or tomorrow slash Friday early morning, we are going to have a complete lunar eclipse also known as a blood moon. Are you a astrology girly? Are you into things in the sky? Are you going to check this out? It's like your time is a lot easier because you're on the West Coast. But I think here it's like 1 or 2 a.m. Baby, I'm gonna be sleeping. But are you going to check it out?
Yeah, I am going to try to. I missed I think there was one a couple months ago and I missed that one because I think that it was so late. Or actually no, it was when the aurora borealis was like visible in the most random places like it was here and everyone was like, "Oh my God, I saw him." And I was like, "I missed it." I am going to try to see it. I think it's going to be hitting around like 10 here, which is usually Auntie's bedtime, but I'm gonna try and go out and see it just because I don't think it's gonna be cloudy that night, which is usually the problem. I think that was a problem with the last one. Is like I was up and I was out, but it's literally just too cloudy here 24/7 to try and see anything. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm gonna try and check it out. Like you said, yeah, it'll be probably midnight your time
I think
when
when
it's
I said
hitting.
it's hidden, like it's like between 1:30 and 2:30 a.m. So I'm like debating, do I want to set an alarm? Do I care enough? We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah, I get you. All right. I'm not going to forget the last question that we have to talk
Did that
about
last week.
today. And that is that what we literally talked about this what 2 weeks ago, and now we're
Archived
doubling back
episode.
on it because the Eagles are now going to the White House. Is that correct?
Well, let's talk about disappointment. Like I had became like, I was already, I don't dislike the Eagles. When teams start winning a little bit. Like they've been to the Super Bowl, what, 2 out of the last 3 or 4 years. I'm blanking on it right now, but they've been 2 times recently. They've won
Yeah.
one. They won one not too long ago. Like the fact that none of my teams have won since I've been like actually watching sports, I'm a little salty when people start winning more than one. So they've already kind of gone down for me. And they had a little bit of beef with the Niners for a couple years there. But I was
Okay.
like, you know what? They took down the Chiefs. Good for them.
Mhm.
I hate the Chiefs. I'm happy about this. And they're not going to the White House. Major props. Fly, Eagles, fly. I love always sunny in Philadelphia. But then next thing you know, now they're going. So I don't know if like all the country fed white offensive linemen on the team. I don't actually know how many white offensive linemen they had. I don't know if they're like, come on, pals, we gotta go. It's our president. He just had a Tesla commercial in front of the White House. It was awesome. Like he's Buddy Garrity from Friday Night Lights. Like I don't know what it is, but you want to talk about disappointing. Like if you're gonna make a statement or make a decision, stick to it. And yeah, bozos.
Yeah, I'm not sure what influenced them to double back on it, but yeah, disappointment is definitely the right word. And disheartening to see them double back and go and accept it.
All right. We're in our last portion of the show, which is a recommendation. We give a recommendation. It could be a movie, it could be a show, a book, it could be a activity. For this week, my recommendation is an activity. I recommend that if you own a balcony or a porch, that you take your beverage of choice, preferably a light beer out there. You bring yourself a little speaker, and when it's nighttime, you go out there, you listen to some music, and you drink an ice cold alcoholic beverage. It's a jetpack for your mental health, and it's even better if you do it after you mowed your grass. That just takes it up another 10,000 feet. And if you want to bring somebody, a significant other, a friend, just make sure you choose wisely. You don't want them killing the vibe out there. But balconies, porches, beverages, music, you won't regret it. And if you don't have a place at the balcony or porch, reconsider, build one or move somewhere else. I don't have one right now.
But I 100% endorse that message. As soon as it hits 77 degrees in this motherfucker, I got chairs out there. I'll take my little wine, my little whiskey, whatever the fuck I'm drinking. Enjoy the atmosphere. So I 100% agree. This week I am recommending this fucking movie right here, Love Lies Bleeding. It's on HBO. It's with K Stu. Ed Harris is also in it. Dave Franco. It's action packed. It's a thriller. There's some gore in there. There's 100. Like I don't want to even give the fucking storyline. Go in as blind as you can. It's fire. It's fire. You won't see 90% of the plot coming. Great movie. And it was like 100% snubbed at the Oscars, which I'm upset about. Jesus Christ, shut up, Finnegan.
All right,
Cat
shout out to your cat, man.
Finnegan, he wants to be on he's trying to date Kaylani. Probably shit. I don't know. Everybody's trying to date her.
I would call him
Shit.
my long lost pal, but I've never met him, so he's just a pal that never existed. Um, Well, that wraps it up. Uh,
Wrap it up, bro.
I appreciate all. I think we got 16 Instagram followers now. Not bad for
Woo!
20. I mean, sure, my mom's one, sure, my sister's one, sure, my wife's one, but the other 13, organic, baby. And we appreciate you. In like 2009 on Twitter, where hashtag team follow back. I used to hate when people said that shit. So if you said that shit, I'm on your ass. I never said that. It's corny as hell. But if you're worried about your ratio of followers to followees, we got you. Not my mom. I'm not following my mom back. She understands. But anywho, we're going to log off the way we always log off with a direct quote from my favorite co host, Karrin, that was in my sixth grade yearbook, which is stay fly.